All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Christmas edition of the Rock and Roll Geezer Show, your weekly rock news update here from the Midwest. And holy smokes, yeah, winter, Christmas time is here, and yet we're enjoying some really great weather. And I've been enjoying some Christmas cheer, so yeah, we're gonna have some fun this show. Woohoo! Got warm weather, got Christmas cheer going on. It's excellent. So we got a Christmas Eve show going on here. Whole bunch of interesting things here. This episode, we're going to be talking about Jane's addiction. By golly, they rustled themselves back up into the news. By Jove, and a very very interesting story about John Travolta that we got to touch base on. And of course, some tour news. We're going to talk about some tours going to be happening and some that won't be happening. And we got some new music to talk about and another sad reflection of the guitar industry today. We'll talk about again. But got to do it with my host over there, the Doc Box man, the guy in Aurora, Illinois, Wayne's World, with World of Wayne. And how you doing this joyous Christmas season there, Doc?
Yeah, it is. It's Christmas is upon us, man. Just getting off of work and ready for the holidays, all set to go, ready to spend time with family and the grandkids and all that stuff. And as many of our viewers are probably about our age, or geezerly at least, have grandkids and enjoy the grandkids from Christmas. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I got a few a good variety of stories, some things we've been talking about. We're gonna keep up on, and yeah, this story with Travolta, man, this is bonkers, man.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that
first we gotta get into
wacky
Jane's
stuff.
addiction, man.
Well, you remember back in the day, we talked about these guys. They had a big onstage fight between Perry Farrell and Dave Navarro. Ended up just basically blowing out their whole tour. And Dave Navarro was in one camp with a band, and Perry Farrell was all by himself, saying, "Oh man, I screwed up." Well, apparently they'd come together one last time to resolve their differences, which is interesting. It's like I don't know. I sort of found it interesting that they made such a big deal of coming back together because everybody knew at this point, Doc, that the band was toast. I mean, Perry was obviously out of his freaking mind. Ugh, what do you think about that shit?
Yeah, kind of the story, the way it says is that they he apologized and what's next kind of thing, and they moved on. But yeah, they're moving on. It was almost to me. Well, we also reported where both sides were suing each other.
Yes.
So it kind of seems to me as it's I don't know, I could be wrong, but it seems to me as it's part of the settlement that Perry had to come out, admit he was wrong, and he was sorry. You got the statement there?
Yeah, well, this past summer, Navarro, Avery, and Perkins, the other members of the band, they filed a lawsuit against Farrell over the Boston
Right.
concert, claiming intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligence, breach of fiduciary duty, and breach of contract. While claims from Navarro included allegations of assault and battery over the incident.
Right.
So there was, and then Perry later on, he responded to the lawsuit listing 35 affirmative defenses, including claims that Navarro had, quote, unclean hands, failed to state facts sufficient to constitute a cause of action against, and failed to exercise reasonable care and diligence to mitigate the alleged claims and damages. Holy cow! I wonder if a lawyer wrote that out.
Gee, you think? Yeah.
Jiminy creepers. And the 66-year-old singer, he's 66, he said he acted in good faith and without malice towards the guitarist. Just a whole bunch of crap. And boy, oh boy, let me
Well,
see
this is
here.
one of those situations too. Is kind of and you're the one that kind of brought it up, Moses. It's kind of a Yoko Ono situation where Perry's wife was very insistent upon. She was a choreographer and a dancer that they wanted to have backup dancers on stage as part of the stage presentation, and obviously the rest of the band wasn't having that. So that right there kind of started tensions between the band, and then just festered and you know. went from there. So to the
Oh,
point where Perry had to lay hands on Dave.
yeah. Well, yeah, on December 17th, Wednesday, that's Wednesday, the whole band, Jane's Addiction, released the following statement via social media. It says, we would like to clarify the events surrounding the cancellation of the tour after the show in Boston in September 2024. After that show, without notice to Perry, we unilaterally determined it would be best to not continue the tour and made inaccurate statements about Perry's mental health, which we regret. Wait a while.
Right.
No. They're copying out there. He was
Well, I
mental.
think, like I said, that's why I say I think it was kind of a settlement kind of thing where both sides would make these statements.
Yeah.
And just kind of, smooth things over and then just move on from there.
And then they
Which
go
is,
on.
that's a good thing to do.
Then they go on. We now look forward to the future as we embark on our separate musical and creative endeavors. Jane's Addiction will forever live in our hearts. We are proud of the music we created together, and as well you should be. You, the fans, are the lifeblood, and we will always appreciate you. Well, that's good. Move on now, and no more,
Exactly.
no more soap opera crap. That's a good ending. They got music. We gave you good music. Now we're just going to move on and let this nut job do whatever him and his wife want.
Apologize for whatever the other side want him to apologize for. And just move on now. So there's no more Jane's Addiction, man. That's definitely the end of that.
And I don't mind that at all. They had some good
They
songs.
weren't putting out anything new. Yeah, their old stuff.
There were
was
a
great,
couple
man.
of bangers, man. Yeah. Dave Navarro.
Nothing Shocking is a great album. Ritual de la Habitual is
wow.
one with Been Caught Stealing. That's kind of their best known album, I guess. But I like Nothing Shocking better. But anyway, good stuff.
Yeah, and then Perry himself says to everybody in Boston and around the world, I'd like to address what happened on stage last year. I've reflected on it, and no, I didn't handle myself the way I should have. I apologize to our patrons and my bandmates for losing my temper and for disrupting the show. Jane's Addiction has been at the center of my life for decades. The band, the songs, the patrons, the impact that we've had on music and culture means more to me than any words I could ever possibly write down. He just keeps going on. My aim has always been to give our audience the best possible show, something real, honest, and positive. with my wife dancing in the background, I just put that in there. In Boston, we fell short of that, and I'm truly sorry for everyone who was impacted. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued love and support. So sounds like that's a good way to just, well done, Janes. The Addicts. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy video, man.
Well, it's about the best that they could do. That's a damage control. It's about the best that they can make of it. They had a big blow up. Both sides tried to sue, and now they just kind of come together and say, you know what?
Yeah, enough.
Bygones be bygones, and let's move on. So
okay, can we move on to the bizarre? Let me have a drink.
No, we got this crazy bonkers.
Let me have a drink here. Don't need it, but I love it anyway. Okay, this story. Where are these nut jobs? Not nut jobs. This is interesting. There's John Travolta, his lovely wife, and the the son Benjamin. Wait a while. Time out. Head TMZ. I went to head TMZ for this one, Doc. Apparently, John Travolta, his youngest kid, is Riley Keyes' biological son. And as everybody knows, Riley Keyes is Elvis's granddaughter.
Keo, I think her name's Keo.
Is it Keo?
Keo, yeah.
I don't know, brother. I may question that. Keo,
I think pronounced.
Yeah? I don't know. Really.
I know, you got all the weird
change your name to Miller or Smith or something.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. But anyway, John Travolta and his late wife, Kelly Preston, had 3 children together. But their youngest kid is biologically a Presley, according to a bombshell legal document. Now, Priscilla Presley's former business partner, Brigitte Cruz, is currently suing Priscilla's son, Navarone Garcia. I didn't know about this guy. What's up that?
Yeah, I didn't either. Priscilla
for breach of contract.
Had a second marriage with this guy and had a son. Yeah, she's got 2 kids.
Wow. But what's way more interesting in new legal docs filed in the case is that Cruz alleges John and Kelly Travolta used Riley Keough's eggs to give birth to their son, Ben. Wow, dig that. In a paper, Cruz alleges Michael Lockwood, Lisa Presley's ex-husband, told her Kelly had been unable to bear her own children. Cruz claims John and Kelly previously used Lisa Marie's eggs to get pregnant, but they no longer wanted Lisa's eggs because they did not want, quote, eggs with heroin on them. Wow.
Right. Isn't that something? So they got Lisa Marie's eggs that they're gonna, put into Kelly Preston and fertilize with John Travolta's sperm and make a baby.
Right.
But then they decide they don't want hers, so they get her daughter's
too much heroin.
Eggs.
Yeah, there's too much heroin in Lisa's eggs.
Yeah, too much. Yeah, she had
wow.
From opioids from painkillers. It wasn't like she wasn't shooting up right from opioids.
Wow. And it's unclear whether Lisa Marie's eggs ever produced a child. However, Cruz claims a deal was orchestrated where Riley, one of Lisa Marie's daughters, gave her eggs to Travolta so that Kelly could give birth to Ben, who is 15 now. Cruz claims Riley was given an old Jaguar and paid between 10 and 20 grand for the deal. According to Cruz, Lockwood told her he was so destitute he had resorted to eating dog food and wanted to use this secret about Travolta to orchestrate a settlement for himself and his daughters. Oh, don't you love the rich and famous? They're just the best. Wow. And Cruz claims that Lockwood is incessant, telling her John needed to help salvage his career amid claims of sexual assault against other men.
So how does that line up?
I don't know. That's way out of left field there.
Right?
The doc includes
going down the tube because of these sexual allegations. Let me get a Lisa Marie's eggs.
The docs includes a handwritten note with the words, CA fertility partners, Ben Travolta and Kelly Preston carried baby, scribbled on it. Holy cow. These people, I don't know. So what, Kelly could not produce it?
Having Elvis's DNA in his baby? That's what it sounds like, right?
Man,
and he had Lisa Marie's. That's as close.
He just wanted Elvis's DNA in his blood. His wow, that's crazy. Oh boy! And they also include a text exchange where it looks like Ben Travolta is referred to as Priscilla's beautiful great grandson. Hi-yo! Well, just deal with it, folks. Give the kid a lot of love, for crying out loud.
So I wonder how that plays out as far as inheritance and stuff like. I can't see that he would be entitled to any of Elvis's inheritance or down the
Probably
line,
not. Probably not. It's too far removed at this point, I imagine. Yeah, and
well, even as it goes down the line, as
wow, that's
whatever. What's Riley goes, I guess that would be what would he be entitled to?
Holy smokums, man! Wow. Okay, is Riley still around? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, she's in her late 30s now, like 38.
Okay.
I want to say.
Wow, this is whack, Jack. You're right. Yeah, boy. I don't know these whack. Stop doing crazy stuff, you silly people. Yeah, fertilize your own eggs, damn it. Boy, I don't know. It sounds like a big mess, and they all got a ton of money, Doc, so I don't know how much it's going to matter, about inheritance or anything.
Interesting note on this. This was not too long after, you remember Travolta had his son die.
Right, Jet.
Yeah, died.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's kind of, I don't know.
He had his son die, he had his wife die. Everybody has things. Everybody, So God bless him, man. Boy, to have to go through that, geez, I'm sorry. You know what I almost went through with my own dog. I can imagine that situation would just be totally insane. Geez, so welcome to
remember too, we talked about Riley Keough. She's not recently, but last 3 years ago, I guess, was in that show Daisy Jones and the Six. And, she impressed the hell out of me on that show. She was very, very good.
Yeah.
So
haven't heard much yet. So
yeah, she's got a fine career in her own right. But
she's got a ton of money.
She doesn't need to be selling her eggs. What?
Really? Well, I mean, so she's probably the sole heir, right, of Elvis's now that the daughter died.
Right. Then Lisa Marie had two kids.
Okay.
Benjamin and Riley, and then Benjamin killed himself. Remember?
Oh, right.
He had that, and then she had two other kids with another guy. Oh God, what was his name? So yeah, she had 4 kids total.
Wow.
But Riley is the oldest now, I guess, or she made it
Well,
old.
I hope they all, hang in there. Jeez, everybody has something, That's I always
Plus,
look.
too, if you're gonna be selling your eggs and you got Elvis DNA, man, you could come
Boy,
on,
oh
man,
boy, holy cow!
right?
Yeah, some people will pay righteously for it. They're like a prize bull,
Right?
the sperm of
Exactly,
a
man.
prize bull.
Right, right. Some Secretariat sperm there, man, going on. Come on, man.
Oh boy. Well, God bless him. Good luck. Hang in there. It'll be it'll be all right. Doggone it, the Presleys. Elvis got to be hanging around for a while. And here's another guy who we surely hope hangs around for a while. Where's there? The Stones. There they are, the Stones. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, they were going to do a tour 2026 around Europe, and it's finally they've said, oh, I don't have my glasses. Finally says they canceled a tour because apparently Keith Richards has said that's enough of this crap. He's got what? He's like 200 years old. Let
Right?
me up the font here. All right. Yeah, according to Vulture, the site Vulture. I love this site. Vulture, New York Vulture. Keith Richards vetoed a Rolling Stones stadium tour for 2026. And I'm not surprised. We got what we wanted out of these guys for a long, long time, and now they need a rest. The Rolling Stones will no longer embark on a planned, though never formally announced, 2026 stadium tour through Europe, owing to Keith Richards' unwillingness to subject himself to the stress of such a rigorous schedule. While reports of the cancellation first circulated in the UK at the start of the week, a band representative corroborated the rumors. Gosh, what is he, 80? Got to be 80, 81, 82?
Oh, he's over 80. Yeah, 82, I think.
82? Jeez. Yeah. But, yeah, he just said enough.
How old is Keith Richards? Yeah, 82.
Wow, wow, wow. But, yeah, Keith,
But we all
turned,
thought he would live forever. Even
said,
Keith Richards has got to slow down at some point, I guess.
well, yeah. He says nothing was confirmed, but when they properly sat down to discuss the tour, Keith said he didn't think he could commit and wasn't keen on a big stadium tour for over 4 months at this time. The rep stressed that this won't serve as a conclusion of the band's touring career, though it's hard for the fans, he added. The Stones will get back on stage when they're good and ready. Keith, who turned 82 today, so this must have been a couple of days ago, fun timing, seems to be in good health, so we can all exhale. Yeah, he recently jammed some bits, so, but yeah, 82, cripes.
I can see him kind of being like those old blues guys, just kind of pick up at the local pub or whatever once in a while, and
My gosh, yeah. Jeez, God bless them. What they've been touring, 70 years or so? They're just, touring forever, probably 60 years. They've been going at it since the 60s, so.
63's year. They've been around since 62. They're older than me, so.
Wow. Wow, man. So, yeah, good for them. They, and if they don't want to tour, yeah, come on already. Chill out. I'm sure Mick's like ready to, do the rooster strut around the stage, but Keith, Keith, he's one of them guys, he was around when the pyramids were built. So
Right.
you got to cherish and protect him at all costs. All costs, Doc. Jeez, Jeez Louise, man. So they're canceling. But here's a band who isn't
No,
canceling.
we joke, that Keith will be around forever. And he's been around forever, but I mean, he's only human. He is going to die someday. I mean,
Really?
Oh. I know it's hard to believe, but it's going to happen.
Okay, well, here's these cats. Where are they? They're not the Stones. They're the Scorpions. There they are, the Scorps. Yeah, they're going out on tour. One Last Ride is the name of this tour. So yeah, 2026, they're going to be doing One Last Ride, which will mark the end of a rock legends era. Dates and cities are revealed. Well, that was a badly written headline. But anyway, yeah, so they're going to do one last tour, it seems, next year. Let me see if they're coming to Chicago.
Yeah, they've been kind of threatening this for a while, and kind of having a few false starts here and there. We've talked about it, different health issues that they've had.
Yeah, the singer had issues,
yeah.
and
yeah. So.
yeah, they're going to be here August 22 at Chicago at the Young Tide Center. or as we call it, the United Center. But nonetheless, yeah, I don't go there. But yeah, it looks like they got
You know
New
what?
York.
It's the big venue in town, but it's a horrible place to see a show.
Is it?
Well, it's
Yeah.
not horrible, but it's not good. I mean, it's not good.
But yeah, they're going to do 5 dates in the states: New York, Toronto, they're going to be up in Ontario, Chicago, L.A., and Dallas. So good for them. Yeah, everybody's getting old. Everybody's tired. Time to retire. Oh gosh, all these old. I still, still people keep posting the David Lee Roth videos. You know,
Oh,
just
right. Yeah, I see a lot of
how
those too. Yeah, yeah.
disgusted they are, and how
Yeah, he has just some show in Florida. It was like, watch David Lee Roth butcher all the Van Halen songs. Or like,
Guy.
what do you
Yeah,
expect, man? You know?
yeah, but while at the same time, like I said, I think I've said this before, but it's not his high range that's gone. It's his mid range, which is very odd. He can sing low, and he can high, but he can't get the mid range notes. I live my life like there's no tomorrow. He can't hit that note. It's gone, and I just find it interesting. Usually, people blow out their high
Right.
register, but no, he blew out the mid register. God bless you, man. Don't know how you did it, but more power to you. Jeez. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, Scorps, boom. And here's another name we ain't heard of forever. I got his picture up here with his fake wig there. Peter Wolf. Peter Wolf of Jay Giles. Crying out loud. He haven't heard his name forever.
Yeah, that's why I
Boy.
want to throw that one in there. Yeah, I thought keep up with what he's doing, but
Yeah, he's getting back out there. He's been absent more than a year apparently, but he's got 6 shows so far in September, or in February, pardon me. And yeah, around the East Coast, so more power to them. But I gotta say, man, they're Jay Giles. How great their Full House live album. If people
oh yeah, I
haven't
got
heard
that
it,
one. Yeah.
if people haven't heard of the Jay Giles Full House album, CD, tape, whatever, give that sucker a listen because that is some real high quality rock and roll there.
Yeah, they're one of those bands that kind of the '70s version and the '80s version were kind of different bands. You know, you
Oh
had
yeah,
the like you're talking about that live, just
Full
bar
House.
band
Oh,
kind of, rocking, boogie woogie kind of, and then you get to Centerfold and Freeze Frame and all that in the '80s,
yeah,
and
and it's
then you had
it's
Love Stinks in between. I guess was kind of the bridge in between, but
all
yeah,
that
Jay
Full House.
Goss
So
has some good rocket tunes.
serious
Peter Wolf,
good.
pretty decent front man.
Yeah, so he's gonna be jetting out there for a while. But I remember a long time ago. Oh God, probably in the '80s. I saw a interview with him. He was talking about how he puts on his fake teeth and puts in his fake hair and blah blah blah. So he admits right away that yeah, I'm wearing a wig. I got denture. He's very open about his hair, whereas some rockers are very.
Yeah, pretty touchy about it. Yeah,
Very vain, if you will.
right.
Once you get older, the vanity should just melt
I
away.
know.
People, jeez, like me, I got no hair on the top of my head. It's horrifying. So that's why I got the hair growing down
Yeah,
below.
I'm losing mine at an alarming rate. It's
It
not
don't
fun.
matter
Yeah,
though. It's all good.
yeah, yeah,
As a matter of fact, I'll probably not shave my head, but I'll take it down to like a eighth inch. And what the hell? I don't care. I'm not trying to not trying to be a rock star anymore. I'm trying to be a rock star Santa right now. How do you like these? How do you like these light up ornaments, Doc? Isn't that cool?
right.
Freaking crazy cool. I got
Very
one up here.
festive.
Yeah, well, what the hey, I bought them. I might as well use the darn things. So yeah, Peter Wolf, power to you, man. Party on. And we got some new music coming up from where are they? Boom, boom, boom. Social Distortion. This is up your alley, Doc. I don't.
Yeah, I love me some social distortion, man. Mike Ness is he to me he's the closest we have to the embodiment of the spirit of rock and roll. Mike
Really?
Ness is that guy, man. I saw them. I was up real close for them, and yeah, man, they're just that band, that punk, rockabilly, rock, just all of it, man. They're rock and roll. And of
Yeah.
course, yeah, Mike Ness is the only constant, through they've been around since I don't know, late '80s, and he's been the
Wow.
only constant. But that's all you need.
Yeah,
I mean,
new
he's
studio
one of those
album.
guys. Yeah. So they haven't had anything yet since like 2011, I think.
Oh God, I don't even know.
What was the last album they had? Nursery Rhymes and something like that. Crime, something. I can't remember the name of it exactly.
But they got some new music coming out next year, so there you go. Uh,
Yeah, he overcome he had tonsil cancer
oh
in
God.
2023. So
Oh
he's always had kind of a weird kind of vocal kind of way to, real throaty. So you kind of see where, it might do some damage over the years or
wow.
something. But yeah, tonsil cancer in 2023.
Well,
So
he says my voice is stronger than it's ever been. I think I'm singing like there's no tomorrow. So every show is great because I'm singing like there's no tomorrow. There you go. He's going for it, brother. Now that his voice is oh, it's horrifying. He explains his what he did. It's terrifying. You want to hear it? It's really terrifying. Let me
yeah,
see. Okay, let me see. I had to learn to eat, swallow everything. I mean, they went in there. They sent a robot. I call him like the robot. He went down and cut out my tonsil and the tumor. And then the second part of the surgery was they slit my neck and cut the lymph nodes out. So I could not eat food. I mean, I came out of surgery with a drain and a feeding tube. I,
God, the shit they do these days, man, it's amazing,
oh,
man.
I love it, man. Yeah, modern medicine. That's why I'm here, brother. And the fact that I can handle massive amounts of morphine. Well, it is. Yeah, yeah. My cardiologist even admitted it. My God, you handle so much morphine. Yeah, Merry Christmas, man. Freaking A, morphine. But anyway, yeah. So they're gonna be back out and kicking ass, brother.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I have all their other stuff, man. I'm
Do
a
you?
big Sources fan. So, only thing I'm a little leery of, he's recent years been quite political. I just hope he doesn't.
Oh
I hope the
gosh.
whole album's not down that road.
Yeah,
We'll
boy.
see. It's sure to be a little bit, I'm
I
sure,
still look
but
at music as a getaway from all that crap.
yeah.
And boy, when they start adding it into it just what a drag. What's the
Well,
drag?
it's every once in a while you hear a song and then there'll just be like a one lyric that'll make you think, is that, and that's enough. To me, that's enough. You express yourself, you got it in there, a lyric that's going to stick in somebody's head.
Yeah,
You don't need to beat us over the head with it.
yeah. Queen of Light took her bow, and then she turned to go. Prince of Peace embraced the gloom and walked the night alone. Boom! God, I love great lyrics. That was Led Zeppelin, Battle of Evermore. Boom! Yeah, yeah. Ah, great lyrics. But anyway, here we go, Doc. Who was it? G&L filed for bankruptcy. G&L Guitars, which was one of Leo Fender's after Fender uh, 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 companies, and we talked about that probably a month or two ago. How G&L Guitars have filed for bankruptcy. Well, doggone it. Here we go. Hofner, the makers of Paul McCartney's legendary, iconic, unbelievable violin bass, files for bankruptcy. Hofner, they're a German company, and they started like 1887. The company started by Karl Hofner in 1887. Wow. And they had a file for bankruptcy. I think, again, Doc, I think this is maybe not the tip of the iceberg, but we're going to see more. Because
Yeah,
I think with all this electronica music crap, less and less
right.
people are more interested in actually learning an instrument, especially guitar. So I think this is just the beginning, and it sucks because
Yeah, your Gibsons and your Fenders, your big guys will probably be around for a while, but kind of some of the side, lesser known ones like Hoffner, yeah, kind of
I'll be
unfortunately
darned.
gonna fall to the wayside, I think. So
Yeah, that's a great bass too. I mean, the songs that bass that bass was used on, especially with the
yeah.
Beatles, is just unbelievable. And as
And we
everybody,
talked about it for remember, I don't know, a year or so ago where they found it. They found Paul's old Hoffner.
right?
And
Yes.
we talked about when he originally got it was when they were in Hamburg, when the Beatles were in Hamburg playing 8 hours a night or whatever, and he got that because it was lightweight, just because of the tone of it and how versatile it was, and
Boy.
he went on, just kept it, and definitely, I mean, Hoffner would probably would have went under long ago had it not been for Paul McCartney, I'm sure. But
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah, because they weren't a real mainstream brand really ever. You know, their one high point was obviously McCartney playing their bass, but it's still sad to see him go. You know, now the
yeah,
price and the price of Hoffners will go up obviously, and we'll see who's next in that situation. But yeah, what a shame! What a freaking shame, man! I tell you what, brother.
tell me
But
what.
I tell you what, yeah. Oh, criminies. But it is what it is, you know. Like I say, I think electronic music's gonna screw everything up. So
It
we
already
deserve
has.
it, man. We
You know, all the
deserve
Pro
it.
Tools and everything. It's already screwed everything up, man.
Yeah, doggone it. But anyway, oh yeah, the Triumph bassist, yeah, he made us. We talked about Triumph last week, going on tour with each of them having a member, and the the bassist basically said, I'll try and make it here and there. So it's going to be an interesting tour. Like we said, it's going to be a six piece trio. So it'll be
Right?
crazy, but yeah. So that tour will be interesting. So all sorts of weird stuff going on here, but with Christmas coming on, we got other stuff to do. It's Christmas Eve. So I was glad we had a little time anyway to talk this week. But Merry Christmas to everybody. Hold on, let me get the joyous backdrop. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Mm. The fire burning. Yeah, jeez. But anyway, yeah, it's been an interesting year in 2026. It's going to be really interesting, Doc. You know what I'm talking about. Woo-hoo-hoo. Holy cow. Wow. But anyway, Merry Christmas to all, and to you, my brother. Merry Christmas to you, man. I still got to get up there and drop off a few things here one of these days. But
come on up.
why don't you take us home, man? Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody, man. Really, I truly enjoy them babies and grandbabies. That's what Christmas is all about. And we'll be here next week. We'll do a little end of the year wrap up kind of
Yeah,
thing, kind of
yeah,
maybe revisit some of the wackiest stories or some of our favorite stories from this year. So just not too heavy, but we'll see what else comes up, and we'll talk about that maybe. But we greatly appreciate everybody that's been watching us throughout the whole year and continue to. So it means the world to us. So again, Merry Christmas to you and yours, and we'll see you next week. Have a great rock and roll filled Christmas, everybody.